Permanent secretaries and your directors, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I have to show a very high degree of appreciation for your various contributions and even the attendance staying throughout the deliberation. In fact, it is highly impressive that the hall is full like the time it started. I think this is highly commendable because it shows a sense of responsibility, commitment, and concern. We are very grateful for that. The deliberations, as initially pointed out, are mainly on examining the 2014 budget with a view to come up with a workable 2015 budget. If you observed, the budget is mainly on completion and the consolidation, because we have taken enough at the very early stages of this administration because of the foresight of the administration, particularly His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, made sure that initially there was conservation of funds, and later on there was a very robust implementation of capital projects. This is very, very important and a very wise decision because it made everybody to be involved. It made everybody believe that the money we have is work for the people. If we started by going at a snail speed, probably people will see that we have enough money and we don't have much to do with the money. But by committing the money, that shows we are committed to the development of the state. And that step taken has put us on a very high pedestal compared with other states of the Federation. People have been asking, where do we have the money? Our major answer is that we blocked all leakages. And two, we worked according to priority. We did not start the budget from the traditional system of making budget within the civil service. The traditional system of making budget within the civil service is to take the previous budget, look at the various heads and subheads, and see what is being done there. What is implemented, you put another money. What is not implemented, you repeat it. If there is 10T, you put 10T. But our budget is not like that. Our budget is a scientific budget. It's a budget based on professionalism. Because a budget based on professionalism will require a lot of inputs. Inputs from chief executives, input from what the masses are yearning for, input from professionals, and input from what is supposed to be done. So instead of starting from the documents that have been existing for years, we started from the yearnings of the people. What do Kano people require? Kano is a state, a highly populated state like Kano. What are the challenges facing the state? I think that is the starting point. Kano is a mega city by population, but it's not a mega city by functionality. A mega city by functionality is a city where things work, services available, everything is working. That's all what it requires to be a mega city. So His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, is fully aware of this. So we started with capital projects, transportation, water supply, electricity, unemployment, youth empowerment, women empowerment, and then the foundation for that, commitment, discipline, and rules of law, following rules of law, due process. So all these things put together, we have achieved a lot, not only in Kano State, but in Nigeria as a whole. So we thank you for that, because we couldn't have done it alone. We achieved all this together with everybody. The permanent secretaries, who are chief implementers of public policies, their directors, and all the civil service. We are very, very grateful to the civil servants. Now we have a budget proposal, because we are still at a proposal. The proposal will be taken to Kano State Executive Council, for which we shall follow it line by line. A lot of inputs to be done, and if His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, is convinced that this is a budget of consolidation, then we take the budget to the State Assembly. State Assembly, too, they are committed, they are part of the development process. We believe within a very short time, the State Assembly will finish approving our own budget. By the time we have the document, a legal document, because a budget is a legal document, then the main work will remain with the civil servants again, especially the permanent secretaries, especially the honorable commissioners. All the presentations made here, we have to follow them according to the budget. And they say it's easy to wage a war, but it's difficult to execute it. It's easy to say completion, but the real completion is almost a 24-hour duty. For those who are operating physical projects, you must ensure that you continue providing an enabling environment for all the contractors, for all the engineers, to make sure that you are going according to the speed that will eventually make it possible to complete all these projects. We know there are some mega projects